Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my dear tricksters, today we have another VOD review. I'm extremely tired, so apologies for this video. We're doing the VOD review of Omen player on Fracture. He is currently Diamond 2. Unfortunately, I don't have his tracker, but he is one of my private coaching students. This guy did 2 months of coaching with me. Currently he is, Diamond 2 with a peak of Diamond 3. And he essentially is grinding consistently. He has 51-55% win rate depending on his general performance. Today we're reviewing his VOD on Fracture, and we'll try to help him as best as we can and see what he can do a bit better on Fracture. Fracture is the map that we still didn't cover in my coaching sessions, so today I'm gonna go very in-depth when it comes to this VOD review, and you can consider this as a free VOD review, that is gonna be uploaded on my second YouTube channel. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. So, Fracture Omen on Diamond 2 Omen. Let's get it. Fracture, just a second. Let's go. I don't have his tracker, but to be honest, I don't need to review his tracker. I already know, what his problems are. I literally coached the guy for 2 months, so, I already know what type of routines and what type of trainings I'm gonna be giving him. Is this a 24-hour stream? I think we might run it. We might run it. Bro, in June, I'm doing the 24-hour stream, and I'm gonna do the full Omen cosplay for 24 hours. And I don't know how I'm going to stream Valorant for 24 hours. We need to do a lot of different content if I want if I don't want to lose my mind. I was planning for a 24-hour stream to maybe do unranked to Immortal 3 challenge. To see if I can get from unranked to Immortal 1 or 3 in just 24 hours. And how much brain cells I'm gonna lose in the process. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when that time comes. Okay, Fracture Omen Diamond 2. Fracture attacker side. Okay, listen boys. So, on the Fracture, on the attacker side, your default bomb site for pushing is the B site. On this map, B site is your default bomb site. What does that mean for you? That simply means that you should be prioritizing defending and attacking B site whenever you have no idea where the enemies are gonna go next, whenever you have no idea what you generally want to do, and essentially you're just autopiloting. And especially in the first 3 rounds in solo queue, the absolutely best strategy for Fracture is pushing the B site 3 times in a row, developing the unpredictable pattern of pushing, and then after the 3rd round, it's gonna be much easier for you to surprise the enemies, to fuck up the enemies in different ways, etc, etc. Now, on the attacker side, let's make this clear. Your primary positions to take the B site and A site control are the arcade and A main area of the map. You never want to prioritize pushing the B site from the B main and pushing the A site from the A main. If you take the arcade and A main control, you're putting enormous amount of pressure onto the enemies on both A and B, and taking the B site and A site control is 10 times easier. Also, you can make less mistakes, as well as your teammates, in the arcade and A main area of the map compared to the dish and compared to the B main area of the map. What does this mean for you? This means that when we are splitting the bomb sites, let's say we are splitting A site, majority of the players should be going here, while the rest of the team, 1 or 2 players, should be going right here. When we are splitting B site, majority of your teammates should go here with a spike, and The rest of the teammates should be going through the B main area of the map. Why is this so? Like in the B main area of the map, pushing to the B choke point is usually extremely hard. Majority of the sentinels will position enormous amount of their utility at the B main choke point. And the least amount of utility that you're gonna see from the enemies is in the arcade area of the map. Like arcade is like a cheat code for you on Fracture. Like basically, that area of the map, players usually have no idea how to properly defend. And usually like enemies make enormous amount of mistakes when it comes to defending the arcade area of the map. And once you take such a crucial position for the enemies, you know, on B side, it is 10 times easier to execute the B side. The primary mistake players are making in solo queue when they're executing the B side of Fracture is over prioritizing B main over the arcade area of the map. So the absolutely best first round strategy on the attacker side of Fracture is, hey guys, let's push S5 through the arcade area of the map. Yes, Cypher, maybe you can lurk through the B main if you really want to do that. End of the story. Like 4 to 5 players should go there, 0 or 1 players should go through this area of the map. In the first round, as Omen, you're buying a classic, light shield, 2 smokes and 2 shrouded steps, or a frenzy, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps. Barrier is going down, we're pushing fast, deploying 1 smoke here, 1 smoke here, pushing with our teammates. You can extend the gap with your teammates and cross this choke point if, I don't know, maybe enemy jet is there or someone is peeking from the smoke here. And your primary task in the first round is not taking the B tower control, but doing an aggressive push into the site, surprising the enemies on the bomb site, taking the site control, and then taking the tower control together with your teammates. In the first round, you never want to push the tower. Why? Because enemy can be playing a classic pistol shorty strategy there, and you might die in a very stupid way. Whenever enemies are in the economy disadvantage, enemies are playing an eco round, hull by rounds, avoid the tower. Fight only for the bomb site control, and then push the bomb tower later together with your teammates. Whenever you are in an economy disadvantage, you can maybe push the tower, obviously. And if both you and the enemies are playing a full buy round, maybe you can do some kind of an aggressive play on tower. Because pushing the tower with Omen is so easy. Like, we can push it in 3 different ways with Omen. Like, you can execute the tower simply with the flash, like this, and just go up the ropes, take the ropes, jump up here, pick the enemy there, take the tower. You can also do it without the flash. Like maybe you can smoke the tower with a small gap there, smoke the gen for your teammates, and you can teleport in this cubby location that you create with your smoke. And now, you know, if you're playing some eco round or hull by round, you can just enter the smoke, kill the enemies here, and delete the tower position for the enemies. Generally speaking, I prefer fighting on the tower together with my teammates and not alone. And I prefer like fighting for the tower position only if I'm playing some kind of an eco or hull by or bonus round, because, you know, like I don't really have a proper weapon to push into the bomb site. But what you can also do in the eco and bonus rounds and hull by rounds with Omen on Fracture, you can just do the smoke here, do the smoke there, and then you can use this smoke to, you know, outmaneuver the enemies on the site and aggressively push into the site. You can make this tri-lane smoke, where you can aggress the enemies in a close range gunfight here, close range gunfight here, close range gunfight right here. Now let's see what he does in the first round and how they play it. If your teammates are not listening to you, like my teammates didn't listen to me and that's why we lost the Fracture, then you just adapt to your teammates and you play with them. If 4 of your teammates are going through the A main, you should go with them, end of the story. Like in this round, he should have played with his teammates, he should not have gone through the dish area of the map.
Never mind. No, let's play the...
I think I was watching him here, bro. I think I was watching him when he was playing this game. One more. So basically, here, if your teammates are not listening to you, fuck the dish area of the map, avoid it completely, and just play with your teammates in the A main area of the map. So, if you're pushing in the first round, the A site, A main, with a classic, like basically, on the first round of Fracture, I would always prioritize the classic light shot, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps, or the frenzy, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps. We're pushing here, telling our teammates to do some kind of a flash. If all 5 of our teammates are going through here, I'm just gonna use the smoke here, and I'm just gonna push through the A main area of the map. When you're smoking the A site of Fracture with Omen, that's really important to understand. Like, if all 5 of your teammates, or majority of your teammates, like 4 or 5, are going through here, we're always doing the smoke here and here, creating the smoke screen for our teammates to push into the site. If we're doing some kind of a split, let's say for example, some of our teammates are here, some are here, some are here. Like if you have teammates dish, A main, and sand, then you're always doing your smoke on tower, smoke in CT, and that's it. If we are pushing only from the sand, from the A main area of the map through the sand and A main, then you're doing the smokes on the dish, smoke for the CT, flashing the tower, and leaving the tower open. If we are doing some kind of a split from the dish and from the A main area of the map, like nobody is in the sands, then you're smoking the sands and smoking the CT area of the map.
It is absolutely...
Yeah, well, I was coaching him here actually. Charlatan with a second microphone. I told him here to tell his teammates to go arcade, nobody listened, literally. Like, this is Diamond Lobby, by the way. In this round, like, the only thing that you should have done, like, basically, whenever you're playing some kind of an eco or halberd round with Omen, like, team play is not your concern. Like, we are in such a huge economy disadvantage that we just cannot play the proper refrag game. And in those type of rounds, you're just focused on trading yourself for as many kills as possible and trying to get at least 1 or 2 kills before you die. So, if my teammates were this scattered, I have 2 teammates in the spawn, 1 teammate here, and I'm pushing this with a fade, like first of all, I would just, purchase the shorty, 2 smokes, 1 shrouded step. And I'm gonna drop the spike here, do smoke there, smoke here, trial and smoke, teleport into this Kabi location, take a kill onto tower, make the numbers advantage, and make the mental and physical pressure onto the enemies. Like, never play the eco and halberd rounds when you're in the huge economy disadvantage in the same way that you would play your default rounds. In those rounds, you need to be a bit more unpredictable. Like, you need to try to outplay the enemies in some kind of a way.
Hold up. Pop, right up.
Here, I was telling him to hold like for the Jet updraft, because Jet has the ultimate, and if the Jet uses the ultimate in this round, 2 most common positions where the Jet players love to use the ultimate is that position there and that position there. And usually what I do in this round, I'm gonna hold this angle for like 3 or 4 seconds when the Jet uses the ultimate, and then push with my teammates. Because it's so easy, that's very predictable. Like, that is an easy kill. That is an easy kill.
No, never mind. No.
Now, this is a huge mistake. Whenever you're pushing the B site through the B main area of the map, you never want to do this. This peak is way too dangerous. Angle perception advantage is not really working in your favor, and your teammates cannot properly refrag you. Like, if you're pushing B main area of the map, you always want to push from here, like this, and just get to this location, and then from this location, isolate the enemies in a gunfight, and try to push with your teammates. Never push the B main from right to left. Always go from left to right.
Where are you? Mark one. Bring them down. Get out of my way.
And generally speaking, as I said, like, one of the best patterns of pushing on Fracture, I really hope that, you know, one day we're gonna have on streams like 2,000 people, and my YouTube channel will actually start doing something so that players in solo can actually develop some kind of a brain. 3 times in a row, push the arcade. Easiest area of the map to be pushed. Such a easy way to win the rounds. Like, literally, that is the area of the map that is the most uncontested and the hardest to be defended on a defender side of Fracture. Like, 3 times in a row, arcade, and then in the 4th round, maybe you can fake the push, go away. Maybe you can push again. Anything can be unpredictable for the enemies, because if you abuse enemies 3 times in a row in one area of the map, they don't know what to expect in the 4th round. Here, we have a problem of smokes. You know, like, when you're playing Omen, I'm Scar. See you in the next stream, bro. When you're playing Omen, you really need to pay attention on, when your teammates are entering the site. Squiddle, welcome to stream, baby. Remystic, welcome back. 24-hour stream, Tarhanashi, 24-hour stream, baby. So, listen, when you're playing Omen, you need to think 2 steps ahead. You know? Like, if my Raze is already deploying a boombot, and my Raze is doing a satchel there, I am instantly giving them the smokes. Like, my whole Omen gameplay is revolving around reading the enemies and reading my teammates. Like, you need to spend more time looking at the minimap instead of looking on your actual screen. That is why, you know, Omen is such a good character to develop your map awareness and your overall game awareness. So already here, when I saw that that Raze is going for a satchel, I'm pulling out the smoke, doing the gen smoke, doing the smoke for the canteen, and doing the default smokes to push the site. Why the default smokes? Because enemies are playing a bonus round, we have the full buy. That smoke is absolutely terrible. Like, the default smoke for the canteen area of the map should always look like this. Like, not only that you want to block the vision of the enemies playing here, but also you want to block this small angle there. If you put the smoke all the way here, enemies have still a lot of the room to play in front of the smoke and can surprise your teammates with some kind of a peek like this. I would still isolate this angle from my teammates and worry about that angle as I'm pushing into the bomb site. This smoke that he did there is a good smoke, like if you're playing in a post plant. That smoke is better in a post plant than anything else. Like, basically, in a post plant, you know, on B side, this smoke is great. Also, like, you have a one way here, as far as I remember. Like, let me just try to find it. Is this a one way here? No. Where the fuck? Oh, it's actually on the box. Yeah, sorry guys, it's on the box. Like, on the box you can place the one way, and basically, you know, you can just hold the canteen from the site. Also, you know, for the enemies that are pushing you to the gen, you can do the one way there. You can do the one way up here for the CT, so they cannot even cross the CT area of the map. All of these moves are extremely important for you to learn, so that, you know, you have the one way setups. But there I was doing one way here, bro. Like, I remember 100% there was some kind of a one way in this location. But this one is very hard to be found. Like, this smoke is just better. Fuck it. Just blocking the vision of enemies there and using it for the canteen. Okay, this postman position is fine. Just play the refrag with your teammates and that's it. Very good that he didn't commit himself to the gunfight there. We can definitely see that he is the student of mine. We are 4 versus 2. We have 49 HP. And... Yo, Ted, thank you all for the Prime Gaming sub and thank you for scamming Jeff Bezos, baby. So, basically, when I'm playing these like early rounds in the early stages of the game, I really make sure that I'm building a proper economy for myself and for my team. If I can avoid any pointless and stupid gunfight that might result in my death, I'm gonna avoid it. Just so that I can play more full buy rounds and, you know, have better economy management. Okay. Okie dokie. Next round.
Good round.
Okay. Good utility user by Raze.
Smoke.
Here I was telling him to smoke because once again, when you're playing Omen, you really need to develop that feeling of whether your teammates want to go in or not. I mean, if I already see that my Raze is at the choke point there, my breach is holding the flash in his hands at the doors area of the map, I am 100% certain that that breach wants to peek the sand area of the map and he's going in. Like, if that is already the case, we need to smoke the CT, smoke the dish, flash the tower, enter the site. CT and dish, very good. That dish smoke is actually bad, and I think I told him that. Basically, whenever you're smoking the dish, like, you want to smoke it like this. This is a proper smoke on dish. Like, doing the smoke right here. Done. It should block this angle and every single position where the enemies might be.
Probably gonna be on the drop.
In this example, the only bad thing that happened is that his his utility usage was slow. Like, he needed to think 2 steps ahead. Like, his smokes should have been deployed 6 seconds ago, not 6 but 5 seconds ago, and he should have been able to actually play with the chamber there and to support the chamber.
That's probably gonna...
And you know, when your teammates are splitting the bomb site from A main and from the sand area of the map, usually you want to support your teammates in sand. Because in the sand, your teammates can make so many different mistakes, and a lot of times they're not going to play a proper refrag potential. So it is just easier to, you know, like, it's better for you to go through the sand and support your teammates there.
Gonna be on the drop.
Papido, how do you stop thinking about mouse, or that will I move hand enough to hit the enemy? I have no idea what you just asked me, man. On my Discord server, because you have a sub. Listen, man. Join my Discord and properly articulate that question, and I'm gonna give you an answer to that question in this channel right here. So on my Discord server, you can go at Ask the Coach. You can ask me any question, and I'm gonna answer it as soon as I can. As you can see, I'm giving very, very in-depth answers. So, you know, I'm literally writing, you know, essays to the players. Everybody that has a sub on my Discord server, on my Twitch channel, make sure that you join Discord and ask me the questions there.
Last player standing.
In this situation, like, the 2 main problems were, like, latency in utility usage and wrong prioritization of the teammates. Like, you generally want to prioritize your teammates moving through the sand area of the map and not the teammates that are moving through the A main. This TP that he did here was actually really good. I love this teleport a lot. He needed to escape that position. But unfortunately, he was like in a 3 versus 1 pinch, and you know, this was unbeatable at this point. In every single match, when you're losing the match on Fracture, the answer is a 5-man push on Fracture. 5-man push in Arcade. Like 5-man push in Arcade. 5-man push in... Like, I need to, you know, change some kind of, you know, that spiritual energy, like, that you get from some videos. Like, you need to... Like, do you know these videos that you put, like, on like, to go to sleep? Like the sound of water, the sound of ocean, etc., etc. Like, Valorant players need to put... push Arcade, push Arcade, push Arcade on Fracture, push Arcade on Arcade, not B-man, not B-man, Arcade, not dish, no Arcade, Amen, area of the map, Arcade, area of the map, Amen, Arcade, Amen. Ooh, listen, guys. Whenever you see some kind of a weird smoke from the enemies, like this is a very weird smoke here, you need to expect that enemies might be playing around that smoke. Like, you know, that is just the power of playing controller so much in Valorant. Like, whenever you see some kind of a utility that is out of place, out of ordinary, immediately pre-assume that enemies might be playing around that utility. Like here, I would really pay a close attention that one guy might be there. And Omen can still be there. And he needs to clear the left side right now because Omen can still be there. Okay, never mind, he's not there. That smoke that he did for the generator area of the map was completely wasted. I mean, if your teammates are not ready to push the site, and you're not ready to do any type of aggressive play, why do we smoke with the generator? You know, like do your smokes as your teammates are pushing the site and as we're pressuring the enemies. Like, take your time. And also, like, in this scenario, to be honest, I would have just went, guess where, guys? Arcade. Like, you know, like, if 2 of my teammates with the spike are going Arcade, I'm going with them. I'm taking Arcade control, taking the bomb site control through the Arcade, and that's it.
Smoke for the team.
Smoke for the team. Yeah. In this round, you just get 0 points for the team play. Like, Smirky was wasting too much time, actually, like, you know, doing nothing, and he was not observing whether or not his teammates are pushing into the site. Like, I don't know, why did he go down into the underpass area of the map if his teammates are already pushing into the site and his breach is pushing the site? Pay attention on the minimap more. Look where your teammates are. If your teammates are pressuring somewhere, pressure that area of the map together with them.
One enemy remaining.
That was an easy kill. Okay. By the way, guys, if you're using this skin collection, you get minus 10% aim. Minus 10%.
I want to stun aiming first.
Take hold.
Okay. That canteen smoke is terrible. Once again, do it a bit more towards yourself so that you're covering every single possible angle where the enemies can be there. Essentially, when you're executing the B-side with Omen, like in a default way, so you're doing a default execute, you want first to use your smoke for the generator there, smoke for the canteen here, and you're flashing either on the left side, the tower and site, back of the site if you think enemy is there, or on the right side here. so that you're covering the enemies playing in the gen, there, and there. Like 3 flashes. Now, where you want to flash depends, you know, what you've seen in the previous rounds and depending how your teammates are pushing. When it comes to the order of the smokes, the first smoke is always a smoke for the generator. Second smoke is a smoke for the canteen. And then we are doing the flash.
One enemy remaining.
Cross the side, baby. Cross the side. You have a spike. You have the spike, baby. You know, this is a completely unnecessary risk. Just go plant the spike. Win this round in the most painless way possible. Build up the proper economy. I mean, if they win this round without losing a single teammate, even if they lose the next 3 rounds, they have a full buy for 3 rounds in a row. But no, we need to hunt. We need to hunt, you know. I need to lose 1 teammate, 2 teammates. Now the Fade is maybe gonna die.
Reloading.
Smoke and
Planted. Where are you?
guns are going out.
Is that really how my voice sounds when I'm using this microphone? Let me check it.
Oh, hello? Smoke canteen? Smoke canteen? Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna check it later.
I never heard my voice like over this shit. In this example, like, I mean, I love that he wanted to support his race there. But, essentially, you know, if he wanted to support the race, he should have just went, you know, all the way here, holding this angle, and waiting for the race to make a contact. You know, wait for the race to make a contact, pick the Omen, kill him. If Fade makes the contact with the Omen here, peek, get a kill. Why would you be overexposed from 2 different angles at the same time? We lost 3 guns. 3 guns against 1 enemy. Minus... How much is that? Minus... is that 11,700 credits? Good job. And this Omen really overdone it, bro. This Omen really overdone it. 8,700. I was also counting in the armor. I was counting the armor.
Get out of my way!
Don't... Huge tip. Huge tip. Don't smoke prematurely when you're pushing with Omen on Fracture, the A site. Pay attention on how your teammates are pushing so you can give them the proper smokes. If all of my teammates are just rushing through the A main area of the map, we need to do the smoke screen on the A site. Like, we need to give our teammates a smoke here, like this on the edge, there, and a smoke here, like this. So we are completely cutting off the enemies here, entering the site, and that's it. And we can use our flash maybe here or there, depending, you know, where we think enemies are. Like, that smoke is fine. It's okay. I mean, obviously, it's a good smoke, but I will just, you know, just take the site control, plant the spike, take aim in, and that's it. But you're giving the enemy more space on the site like this way, no? Yeah, you are giving the enemies more like site, but you don't need the rest of the site control. You don't need the control of this if you primarily are fighting from the aim in and the site. Why would you fight the enemies there? Just take the site and that's it. Like, plant the spike, go back in aim in, play the post plant.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Like the problem of players in Valorant is that majority of the players in Valorant love to play the game on a hard mode. Like they're complicating the rounds and complicating the pushes so much to the degree where you're consistently relying on the luck to actually win your matches. Like, when I'm playing the game, I'm trying to simplify my gameplay to the degree where I don't even need to fight the enemies. Like, what I would like to do in Valorant, I would like to win every single match without taking a single kill. At least that is the mindset that we had, like, when we were playing CSGO professionally. Like, our mindset was like, we want to take the side control without even fighting the enemies. And to plant the spike and play the post plant. I don't want to fight the enemies. I want to push them with my utility to the levels where I can just safely plant the bomb, spike, whatever, and then play the post plant. Okay. That nade that the Raze is doing is such a wasted piece of utility. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, if you're playing Raze, don't do the nade there. If you have breach in team, you should do a pacifist run. Yeah, man, like, I think that would be a fun challenge, man. 0 kills to Immortal? Is that possible? But which agent I would need to play, man? For that. I would need to play Sage, man. I don't know. Listen, if you already have breach in the team, like your breach, if you're pushing B main, should always be flashing this here. He should be stunning, you know, this area of the map right here. Like, here, if you're pushing Arcade, flash this. Like, flash this. Basically, that Raze nade is such a huge waste and just, you know, useless. You, in the choke points, you always want to pressure the enemies backwards, either with the smokes, with the flashes, or stuns. And that's it. That flash was absolutely wasted. We already took the bomb site control. Instead of prioritizing the flash here, what you should prioritize is immediately finding some kind of a good post-plant position. Like, why am I pushing in the smoke where the enemy can be in the smoke, number one? Number two, why am I using the flash there? Like, isn't it smarter right now for me to save the flash for the post-plant? If I end up in some kind of a 2v2 or 1v1 situation, to flash the enemy, take an easy kill, instead of wasting the flash like this. Right now, if I was playing the round, and I'm pushing the B side, I would instantly run from the B main area of the map here into the site, getting on the tower, and from the tower playing the post plant. Nothing else. And then I would be peeking on the contact of my teammates, giving my teammates maybe some kind of one-way smokes or regular smokes. Then, if my Raze gets in a fight here, giving her this type of a flash, that's a good utility usage. That flash, absolutely wasted. Woo! Tracking 0 points. Guys. Smirky is still like, you know, under the process of development. We did do the 2 months of coaching, but he is still doing my training routine, aim training routine. Like, his aim before my coaching was 2 times worse. Right now, it's actually not bad. But what I still don't like in his gameplay is that he is not thinking in the safe way, where he just wants to win the rounds, you know, with the least amount of fights. You know, like, during the gameplay in Valorant, you should always prioritize the safety over anything else. But when I say safety, like, I primarily mean that you want to isolate the enemies in a 1v1 fight, and that's it. Like, you consistently want to fight the enemies around some angles, corners, like, try to simplify your gunfights. You definitely don't want to find yourself from this position in the middle of the site, where enemies are picking you from 2-3 different locations. Here, okay, Raze Boombot is hunting me. So what? I can do this. Voila. Now, I clear this for my teammates. My Raze is there. I'm holding my Raze in the canteen. Baba booey. And definitely, I would not have peeked from this smoke. Like, peeking from this smoke was very dangerous, especially because enemies knew that he is in the smoke. Like, in this situation, you need to reset yourself. Deep breaths. Bro. What the fuck? I can inhale air again. I didn't smoke for so much that... Is this how air actually smells? Nice. So, I would just inhale really deep, go here, reposition there, and baba booey. Oh, that's a good setup of the enemies. This is something that enemies didn't do in any other round. So in this round, I would also not expect it. Like, this is one of the primary mistakes that enemies were making. Like, enemies were playing way too passively on both B side and A side. And when you're playing defender side of Fracture, you cannot play this passively. Like, on a defender side of Fracture, you always want to apply some kind of a pressure. Here, here, and here. Like, and especially, what you want to do, you want to keep the aim in control. Like, you need to do the stun, you need to do the one-way smoke, you need to control aim in if you want to have higher chances of actually winning the round. Is this your VOD? No, this is a guy that I coached for like 2 months. This is a really a good setup of enemies, and this is something they didn't do in the previous rounds, so, you know, good job by them. They adapted, they adapted. Okay, good. Good. I mean, when the enemies are doing such a utility dump, without you even making a footsteps, you can just wait for the enemies to waste their utility, you know, to do their utility, and then go for the peak and then take the aiming control. But once again, guys. Once again. Like, if everything is failing for you on Fracture, Arcade is your best friend. Once again, he is way too late with his utility. Utility setup is not proper at this moment of time, and he should have been a bit faster for his teammates. Like, basically, if my Raze is going this fast, you know, and even if I got stunned, so what if you got stunned? Position your utility, you know, do the smokes. Like, basically here, my Raze is going in front of me. I see that all of my teammates are going A main. I'm gonna position this smoke here. I'm moving forward, doing this smoke here, entering the site, flashing enemies there or there, and I'm allowing my teammates to push in. And I'm there for my teammates to support them. Be a bit faster with supporting your most aggressive teammates. You're never supporting them properly. My time is ticking to be tier 3 or tier 2 player. I'm already 21 years old. Not true. Like, bro, like, some of the pro players in Valorant have like 30 years old. Like, come on, man. I mean, I think this is the only FPS game where I think age is not the limit. Like, age is really not the limit. I mean, unless you're, let's say, 35 plus, you can still compete even with the kids that are like insane with everything. Only because this game is very slow compared to, like, let's say CS:GO for an example, and mechanics are not that important compared to CS:GO.
I'll find you.
Okay, flash. Once again, we need to prioritize the safety over anything else. We cannot keep playing here because if the enemy peeks us from the CT, our teammates cannot properly refrag us. Like in this situation, I would just play here, and that's it. Around this pillar right there.
We'll catch them. There. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, no, not bad. Like, I mean, every single fight that he took was with his teammates. We were playing on the refrag potential, so good job. Good job. You know, A-tier round. Not that bad. Positioning could have been a bit better. You know, when they took the side control. I would definitely not stand on the stairs in that example, but overall A-tier round.
Get out of my way. Bring them down. Satchel out.
Here, once again, like, when you're playing Omen, you really need to observe, you know, like, how your teammates are pushing. Right now, my raise is doing the double satchel. There. I'm instantly... Bam. 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 Supporting my raise. Instantly. But Bill, would you say people can copy pro player practice routine or should actually get their own routine? I usually make a custom routines for every single player that I coach. I mean, you can copy paste someone else's routine, but you know, like, you have your own problems. Everyone is different, and everybody needs different solutions in their gameplay. Like, it's stupid to work on some problems that maybe you don't need to work on. Like, not every practice is perfect practice. Like, basically, perfect practice is perfect. You know, I feel that you know, I mean, any practice can be beneficial for you, any training, but you know, with some routines and some types of trainings, you might just be wasting your time. Depends what you're missing the most. Like, generally speaking, when I'm trying to improve myself, and when I was trying to improve myself in different games, I was always focusing on the problems that I was missing the most at that moment of time. And then slowly working on them, like, through, like, months, weeks, etc., etc. And then implementing good habits, deleting the bad habits, keeping the good habits, etc., etc. Once again, if your teammates are splitting the A site, prioritize teammates in the sand. Like in this example here, a lot of wasted time. Like, smokes, good. Now, after doing that smoke, I'm going sand, flashing the tower, allowing my Fate to take an easy kill, pressuring the enemies from the sand, and that's it. Okay. Once again, guys, if you're having problems in your gameplay and fracture, push arcade, push arcade, push arcade, push arcade.
Can I get a drop?
I think that on Fracture, if you just push Arcade 12 rounds in a row, you will have higher win rate than trying to be quote-unquote unpredictable.
Reloading. Where are you?
Move with the team. Canteen smoke, canteen smoke. Observe the pathing of your teammates. Observe the pace of your teammates. Observe how fast they're pushing. We need a smoke in the canteen. Actually, we don't have a second smoke. What the fuck? How this happened? Ooh, he didn't have money. Never mind. Sorry, my mistake. If you have only one smoke and you're pushing the B side, yes, like the generator smoke is more important. Good job. Sorry. But then, like, if you don't have a smoke for canteen, just flash the canteen. Use the flash for canteen.
Spike down, B.
You know, like basically, whenever I don't have I have only one smoke to push the B side. Like, I will always do a smoke here and flash like this. So basically, you completely eliminate these close angles. You eliminate the generator, and is
Player standing.
one thing that he is heavily underusing when his teammates are executing the bomb sets are the flashes. Like, you need to find more usage for your flashes, but primarily you're slow. You're not using your flashes because your teammates already pushed the bomb site while you're still doing the smokes for them. So you need to be a bit faster with your utility usage and try to think 2 steps ahead based on how fast your teammates are pressuring a specific area of the map. Okay, defender side of Fracture. So, on the defender side of Fracture, your quote-unquote default bomb set is the B site. So essentially, B site is something that I defend if I have no idea where the enemies are gonna go, and essentially that's it. If I need to play some position, you know, 24/7, I'll choose the B site, generally. Aim and control is very important in almost every single round, and you never want to sell aim and control for nothing. You always want to pressure the enemy somehow. With Omen, what you can do in almost every single round is you can do the one-way smoke right here. Let me showcase you how the smoke looks like. So basically, the smoke is being deployed right on this ledge. Bro, am I tripping? Did they change this? They didn't change this, right? Maybe we don't have a one-way smoke anymore. What's happening here?
Cover going out.
I don't know. Basically, you want to do that one-way smoke to delay the enemy's push, stop the enemy's push through aiming, and help your teammates take the aiming control. Is that smoke actually going all the way up here? Just a second. I never do the smoke from that position. So I'm starting the round, blah blah blah. Charlatan is starting the round. We want to fight for the aiming control. I want to do the one way. Okay. So basically, you want to fight for the aiming control in almost every single round and try to pressure the enemies there with some kind of a utility. Now, your general focus during your gameplay, you know, your Fracture gameplay on the defender side should be semi-aggressive. Like, you should be trying to take a fight with the enemies in arcade, dish, and aim an area of the map before the enemies actually execute the bomb sites, and try to hold different off angles and different positions to surprise the enemies. Now, first round on Fracture is very weird, and I have one very specific strategy that I recommend to the players that I'm coaching. So basically, in the first round, what you always want to do is you want to position 2 teammates on B, 1 teammate in aim an area of the map, getting the info there, and 1 teammate together with you should be pushing the dish area of the map all the way from dish to arcade onto the B site. And in the first round, this is how I started the rounds with Omen. So I'll buy a classic, light shield, 2 smokes, 2 shrouded steps. I'll start the round by pre-placing the one-way smoke right here. I don't know why the fuck is it so hard to find it, bro. Like, I swear to God. Maybe it was easier because I was doing the red one. I mean, I on my main account I don't play Omen like on Fracture. Like, you need a lineup for this, literally. Like, whatever. You do the one-way there, and we are slowly pushing the dish area of the map with one of our teammates. Then we're peeking the dish and pushing all the way to the B site. If the enemies are not here, we are continuing our push and going all the way from the dish to the B site. We are running here, then going slowly again, supporting our teammates with a smoke in the B main and site, and we're playing a fast rotation between the from A to B and trying to surprise the enemies based on timings. Like, it is stupid to play Fracture in a defensive way in the first round because your teammates can die from 4 different choke points and your teammates can get surprised in so many different ways. So never play the first round passively. Now, what if enemies are nowhere? Like, enemies played passively in A and they play slow A push. Never mind. You know, when you end up on B, just rotate fast to the A side through the CT. Now, what happens if you're pushing this and your teammate gets the contact with the enemies there? Then you clear the dish area of the map fast and go instantly back to defend the A site. What happens if you get the contact with the enemies here? So you kill an enemy there or you fight the enemy there, you instantly go back onto the A site and you play a bit more passively. So that is how I recommend you to play the first round. It is the absolutely best way. Because there is no way that in the first round, enemies are going to expect 2 of you guys pushing dish. Like, usually in the first round, enemies might have 1 or 2 players dish, and it is such an easy way to surprise them. I think Smirky in this round is playing a classic pistol shorty strategy, which is, that's also fine. But the smoke was absolutely trash can, baby. Whenever you're playing the close angles with the Omen, and you want to outmaneuver the enemies through the smoke, and enemy's utility as well, the smoke cannot look like this. The smoke needs to look like this. Creating the cubby position for yourself, and outmaneuvering the enemies through this position, and dodging the enemies' random penetration and spam. Because right here, Raze can easily double satchel into the site, and he has no cover. Breach can easily flash him in the face, and he is dead. So yeah. Or something like this can happen. It's always better to do the smoke in the way that I've showcased you, and play with the smoke in that way. I mean, if you lose the first round, if you win the first round, you know, like on Fracture, in a second round on Fracture, you usually want to buy either a Judge or the Spectre or, you know, like some of these weapons. And if you lose the first round and you're playing the second round, you know, you have a lot of the positions where you can utilize the shorty to fuck up the enemies. If the enemies in the first round pushed A and they took the A control, maybe in the second round you can play on Tower on B and predict that the enemies are going to use the AB pattern of pushing.
Where are
B. Cover going out.
Okay, this should be an easy kill for us. Yes, sir.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Okay. Now we should just wait for the smoke to appear. You know, in this situation, like in these equal halberd rounds, your primary focus is just damaging the enemy's economy and preserving your own economy. Right now, my focus would not be winning the round in any way. I would just try to die by taking like at least 1 or 2 more kills with me. Okay. Challenge completed. What we are missing in our gameplay on Fracture is more aggression in the A main area of the map. Like, if your teammates are already not fighting for the A main control, you need to fight for the A main control yourself. Like, the teams on Fracture that are controlling the A main have like 20% higher chances of winning on a defender side than teams that are not controlling the A main area of the map. In almost every single round, we should be pressuring the enemies in aiming and try to, you know, like, do something there. Like here, if I see none of my teammates are aiming, I'm instantly deploying my one-way smoke on that position. We need to find a lineup for this. Literally, like, there needs to be some kind of a way of doing it. And I'm coming here, defending, aiming, trying to pick a fight with the enemies, maybe waiting for the enemies to push me, flashing the enemies, killing them, etc, etc. We cannot sell the aim and control for nothing, because once the enemies take the aim and control, they can easily split us into the bomb site and easily take the full site control. By the way, when you're deploying the one-way smoke right here, how you want to deploy the one-way smoke here is like, the smoke is also very hard on Fracture these days. Usually I started doing it here, in that position. I mean, I just position it like that, hold this type of an angle, and that's it. Or, you know, just playing off from the site and waiting for the enemies to push. Like on the corners, I feel it's easier to position this one way than on the center. I mean, that smoke that he positioned is not a one-way smoke. Not bad. Not, you know, not bad kills. The only thing I would have done differently here is after taking that first kill, I would have repositioned in the sand area of the map, because right now the enemies can come from the sand and, you know, fuck our teammates up in the CT, and, you know, leaving the sand this naked and open is not really the best idea.
Thank you.
Okay, enemies are developing a very predictable pattern of pushing. You know, like, in the first round they went A, second round B, third round A. So in this round, the highest chances are that enemies are gonna push the B site, obviously. So in this round, I would also play the B site. But I would not play this passively, you know, like in this round, I would at least try to hold some kind of a 70-30 angle or a pixel angle to kill the enemies there. Like, I would at least be fighting for this information before the enemies push into the site. Or I would play some kind of an off angle. Do you know how many off angles you can play on this map? Like, I mean, you can play up here, you can play up here. You have some kind of a one-way setup here that you can use to surprise the enemies. Like, you can do this, play inside of your smoke, enemies are pushing arcade, baba booey. Enemies are pushing into site, baba booey. You can teleport here or tell one of your friends to boost you there. Basically, you tell one of your friends to crouch underneath you, you spam the jump, you get up here. This is a great off angle to kill the enemies in B main.
Get out of my way.
From drop, man.
Cover going out.
Right now, we cannot rotate. Like, I mean, we only saw the Jet on dish. Cypher was B. So this fast rotation is not gonna do it. Like, in this situation, you either want to follow your fade that is pushing the arcade, or you're staying on the B site. And also, like, here, you know, this was a bit unfortunate. Look at this, guys.
Cover going out.
Is that Omen? That's enemy Omen, right? That was a bit unfortunate, you know, like, that is something that I would miss as well. Like, there's no way, you know, that you can notice something like that during your gameplay. But anyways, this rotation that he was doing is way too fast compared to how much information he got from his teammates.
They're going back.
Cover going out.
B. I think.
Wait for your teammate to make a move. We have numbers now.
There.
Spike down B.
That was okay. Flash. Good flash.
Can you cover?
One enemy remaining.
Okay, not bad, not bad. The ending of the round was really fine. Like, I also wouldn't push through this smoke here because his Fade was flanking and lurking. Like, when would I peek from this smoke when this Fade actually gets a contact with the enemies? So it was really good that he played passively. We played a retake. You know, there was no reason to do anything, you know, anything too risky.
Can move.
Can you cover?
One enemy
This was fine.
Which got those guys?
Once again, the primary mistake on a defender side gameplay is way too much passiveness. We need to fight for the aim and control. We need to fight for the dish or for the arcade. On A side, aim and control is very important. When you're playing Omen on Fracture, you can easily take the aim and control with that one way and with a flash.
Who's traveling?
By the way, if your teammates are getting pressured through the sand, like, if you think that there is any chance that enemies might be pushing your teammates through the sand, always give your teammates a one-way smoke up here. Why not? You completely deny the enemy's space there, and that's it. And if the enemies already take the sand control, you can do the smoke like this, and try to, you know, flash the enemies through the smoke, and take an easy kill for yourself.
Shadows traveling.
Woo! I mean, this is just the overall problem of the mindset. Like, I mean, if I already get a kill on the race here, and I make numbers advantage, an enemy Omen has given me this smoke, I'm instantly using my Shrouded Steps instead of that smoke, and I'm playing on a refrag potential. I don't want to stand in this area of the map where the enemy breach can easily, you know, use the ultimate. I don't want to be an easy target for the enemies, because right now, enemies know that you're playing in this position. Like, literally, enemies know your location. Like, one thing that I'm trying to do consistently during my gameplay with Omen is keeping my location a secret 24/7. Like, abusing different elevated positions, different horizontal positions. Like here. This flash in the aim in was fine, but I would have, after I get flash, I need to go back. I cannot peek this jet from the same location from which I actually killed the race.
I know exactly.
Yo, Oblivionaz! Thank you all for the raid, baby.
Where are you? Watching here.
Thank you a lot, thank you a lot. By the way, even if you're not playing on the A site, and your teammates are playing in the A main area of the map, give them the one-way smoke. Like, A main control is so important on Fracture. Give them this one way. Your teammates are going to be very, very thankful to you that you're supporting them in a proper way. Like, basically, this one way is muy bien. Muy bien. Like, you control A main on Fracture. You already have 20% higher chances of winning the match.
Head drop, head drop.
Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. No problem, baby. Okay, let's see what this bridge does.
Cover going out.
Also, like, as I said previously, like, if enemies are already prone so much to taking, like, the sand area of the map, like, enemies really, really love to pressure you in the sand a lot of the times. If I already have a breach that is alone on the A site, I'm going definitely to use my one-way up here. Why? Just so that my breach that is alone on the site, you know, he doesn't need to worry about the enemies pushing through the sand. Because probably, if the enemies see this one-way smoke, you know, they're not gonna have the balls to push through that door area of the map.
One here. Wait.
Only where the Omen there. I only see Omen. Still could be B.
And you need to change that smoke on the dish, like on both attackers and defender side. This is the proper way how the dish smoke should look like. Like this. Like you need to cover this angle here as well, where the enemies can stand and peek your teammates.
Yeah.
Like that position there. You see? Huh?
Enemy spotted A.
Drop.
Okay, like I don't know what to tell you here. Like essentially, Shrouded Steps is your best friend when it comes to repositioning and getting away from the fucked up scenarios. Maybe in this situation, you know, my reaction would be to pull out the Shrouded Steps and instantly teleport to some kind of a safety instead of fighting the enemy here in a 1 versus 10 gunfight. But, you know, like for a diamond player thinking that fast, you know, about utility usage, still not possible, but you need to think in that direction. Like, where whenever you feel that, you know, enemies are pressuring you into some kind of a gunfight that you don't want to fight, take the Shrouded Steps, reposition to some kind of a safety, get a better angle to fight the enemies, and that's it.
Still could
So
be
here,
B, then.
you know,
Careful.
Enemy spotted A.
Drop.
if this nade is flying in my face, you know, like, I don't want to drop down here. Because in a main area of the map right now, they can be like so many different enemies there. So it is better for me to maybe like, you know, as that nade is flying, teleport all the way into the CT. Or just teleport here and pick this type of a fight with the raise. If you're standing this open, you will always need to commit to the 50-50 fight. And there's no reason to do that once your team has made the numbers advantage.
When your team is
But the big problem of our defender side is we're never controlling the A main area of the map, and we really need to control that A main area of the map, unfortunately.
Breach, drop.
Bro, when enemy jet is smurfing on them, man. What? Enemy jet is 26-14-4, man. She is losing the mind, man. Cypher 6 kills, huh?
Breach, drop here.
Here.
On my way.
Same mistake as in any other round that we played.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
Blinding.
Yeah. Well, not bad. Utility usage fine. He came to support his teammates, but you know, in all of these rounds, would have been 10 times easier if we were actually making the pressure in the A main area of the map. Like on Fracture, you know, like put this as an alarm for you when you wake up in the mornings. Defender side aiming control, defender side aiming control, attacker side arcade push, attacker side arcade push, defender side aiming control, arcade push, aiming, arcade, like, come on. You know, like, I seriously don't know, like, why players in Valorant, like, across all elos, like even in Radiant, on attacker side, arcade is the easiest area of the map to be pushed, and the easiest area of the map to be pressured in general. On defender side, aiming control is needed, because if you lose the aiming, enemies can easily split you and fuck us up in the A site. Okay.
Spike planted.
I mean, before going for any type of a retake, it's really good if you eliminate some of the angles from which enemies can kill you, so at least doing a smoke on the dish would have been great before we go for the retake.
standing.
As per said. Okay. Stop playing the bomb site where the enemies are not going. You know, like if enemies during the defender side primarily abuse one area of the map, try to find a solution for that area of the map. Like, this is not a problem. Arcade is not a problem. B main is not a problem. Enemies won majority of the rounds in the A main area of the map. A main is the problem.
You.
Cover going out.
Okay.
Spike down A.
Cover going out.
Utility usage is extremely scuffed, and you definitely need to you know, spend some time in a custom server, man. Like, I know that playing ranked matches is really fun. I mean, it's fun for everyone, but you know, practice is also very important. Like doing the aim training, doing the utility usage training. This needs to be much faster, and all of this needs to feel a lot more natural for you. Like, whenever I'm looking you know, like when you're using your smokes in utility, it's like I'm looking at a robot, man. Like nothing seems natural for you, at least not yet.
Flash.
One enemy remaining.
Drop last, drop.
Oh my god.
A bit scuffed, but okay. Guys, I'm not gonna speak about his mechanics because I'm currently developing a new aim training routine for him. So, you know, like I'm gonna coach him.
Get out of my way.
Definitely don't AFK, you know, at the start of your rounds if possible. But I guess his teammates won this round.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Spike down A.
This is you see this, like the first round we aggressed the enemies in the A main, easy win. We didn't even sweat, man. Like, because majority of the players, you know, in Diamond, Ascendant, and Platinum lobbies, they have a very poor utility usage, and they're gonna be pushing these choke points most of the times without any flash, without any stun, without anything. And it's just so easy to take the kills with the operator, with a flash and peek, with a one-way smoke, with a stun. Like, fight them. Like, the worst thing, like, the absolutely worst thing that you can do on any map in Valorant is on a defender side, is playing passively without any information whether the enemies can be here, 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 or here. Like, you cannot sell all of this control to the enemies for free. All of this control for free. All of this control for free. Like, we need to fight for something. We cannot just play all at the back of the bomb sites and pray to God that, you know, we're gonna live a happy life when the breach does the ultimate and, you know, Killjoy does the ultimate and the brimstone, you know, you get the point.
Spike's there. Spike spotted A.
You're the
Satchel out.
That's aiming, that's aiming.
oh shit.
Shorty
Careful.
time.
Link. Our spawn. You get my gun.
Bring them down.
There.
I don't even need to mention this. Like, if you're 3 versus 1, just play with your teammates on the refrag potential, and that's it. Like, there is absolutely no reason for you to pressure the enemies to lose this round. Stick to the butthole of Fade, stick to the butthole of Raze, and just play a normal refrag game. Why are you complicating the round? Just simplify it. My dude is hunting this Omen like he's the one winning like match 12-1, man.
30 seconds left.
T spawn, T spawn. Eddie.
I mean, like, right now, like, just live a life and that's it, GG. Okay.
I'll find you.
I don't know, there's literally nothing I can say to this gameplay more than focus more on the aiming control than anything else. Aiming and arcing control. Like, those are the two easiest areas of the maps where you can fuck up the enemies. And definitely, when you're playing on the B site, you can start by playing some kind of an off angle or with some kind of a strategy and not just starting, you know, in a default way. Every single round, passively.
Shadows traveling.
Okay.
I know exactly where you are.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Spike planted.
I mean, I seriously don't get, like, a Valorant community, like, sometimes. Like, if enemies are already destroying you and pushing you only in one area of the map, you have two teammates on the B site. Why would you play B? Like, in this defender's half, enemies went, like, 8 or 9 times on A. They only ended up on B 2 times. If A is the problem for me, I'm defending A side myself.
Last player standing.
And in this round here, it is better for him to save, because the next round is the last round. And since he has a Vandal, fuck this, you know. I'm 1 versus 3, I'm not gonna try to win this round. That is another thing that Valorant players are not doing enough compared to the CSGO players. Like, if it matters for your economy and for your chances of winning the next or the next round, to save the gun, save the gun. Like, you don't need to win every round. Like, we're 12-11, 12-10. Like, clutching this 1 versus 3 is almost impossible with 119 HP. Save the weapon. And of course, like, you know, when you're saving the weapon, try to save it in some better location than staying overly exposed from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different angles. You know, like, go onto the tower or somewhere.
Kill the smoke.
Going out.
I think, by the way, guys, like, this recording is when we did, like, some of our coaching sessions. Like, I was backseating him, and but I was not doing the real backseat coaching. Like, I just wanted to see how he's going to play alone after our VOD review. And in this round, I was like, you know, fuck it, man, I need to help him, man. Like what is going on? Like, and then I told him to finally smoke the aim in and take the aim in control.
Deeper.
Deeper.
Cover going out. Worthless. Stay in sight.
Good job. Now fall back. Watch out dish. Watch out drop. You can smoke it.
Shadows traveling. Not ready yet.
Bro, I
Fade.
was so dead in this coaching session. Probably like, probably this was either this is either my first coaching session in the morning or my last in the night. Usually, like when I'm coaching really early in the morning, bro, I cannot wake up before like 11 a.m. man. 12 p.m. max minimum.
Play with the
Okay.
fade, play with the fade. She can die. Player angles left.
Spike planted.
Stunning tower.
One enemy remaining.
I think that's tower.
I'll find you.
You see, guys, like in your gameplay, one simple solution can mean a huge difference for you. Like, I mean, his teammates didn't do a good job anyways, like, when it comes to defending A set and A main area of the map, but, I mean, when you're playing Omen on Fracture, the least you can do is just take the aim and control with a flash, with a one-way smoke, and that's it. Okay. Overall, not bad, like, not really the most interesting VOD review that we did ever. Like, I would say it was one of the most boring ones, but that is because, you know, like, it's Omen on Fracture, and the gameplay was very boring on a defender's side. Like, on a defender's side, I mean, if your team, if you're already getting fucked in one area of the map, there is always some kind of a solution how you can defend that area of the map a bit better. One-way smokes, flashes, flash peek, tell your teammates to play here, play there, play this setup, that setup. Like, there is always some kind of a solution. It is absolutely stupid in Valorant to lose 10 rounds in a row in the same way, in the same area of the map, and to allow enemies to do that. At the end of the day, just stack that bomb site in an equal hull by round. Like, if you're already getting demolished somewhere, stack it. Fuck it. Okay. Anyways, with the Smirky, I have like a few more sessions to do. So I'm gonna be giving you the aim training routine, new improvement plan and program. Like, this guy reached Diamond 3 from 2 months of coaching, and I really feel that I'm gonna bring this guy to immortal levels really soon. But you know, the gameplay needs to become much better. Like, utility user needs to become much more natural. Like, everything needs to flow like a water, and his aim, we need to work on it more. Okay, that's it for today. By the way, guys, if you want to get coached by me, join my Discord server. Also, if you got a Twitch sub, join my Discord server because you have some special benefits there. And this VOD is going on my second YouTube channel. Yes, sir.